What smoking all my dragons, divine righteous, almighty greats, overachieving, never slacking. And I'm back with Dimash, the story of one sky. I actually did this reaction yesterday and it got blocked because of copyrights. So I had to go, I figured I'd redo it, but I just gotta pretty much blur things out and make it copyright free, right? So what I'm gonna do is pretty much an analysis, and at the end, I'm gonna put my reaction from yesterday, my first time reaction, where I really didn't, I dived into it and I didn't, know what it was about at all, right? And just tried to put it together myself. But I remember from reading the comments yesterday that hearing that the life stories, the different stories you see, they're all connected, right? I'm gonna explain that throughout the video. So with that being said, we're gonna dive into this. Original video will be in the description. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you want more. Drop them recommendations, and shout out to all my dears. Let's get into this. Let me put them English subtitles on real quick. And I know someone was asking about the Spanish subtitles too. Hold on, not me. But I'm pretty sure people should be able to turn them on. That's for English. Okay. Subtitles English. Alright, we auto translate. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone should be able to turn them on. Here we go. And what's amazing is I heard it took three years to put this together. 3 years. That's amazing.
Believe what's happening at all. Eyeballs crazy, we reborn to fall. We are the reason we're causing all that pain, to the secret one that gives us life. Billions of hearts, billions of cells and souls and dreams, billions of lives
I'm so caught up in it that I didn't even realize that for some reason the subtitles were not even playing. Like I feel like I'm watching a different video right now, than I did the first time. The first time I think I was so busy trying to interpret it without knowing anything about it that I like missed so much. But I don't know why the English subtitles are not.
Shouldn't ever.
I don't know why they're not playing right now, guys. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Let's see. Auto translate English. I don't. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on, guys, but like I said, I'm leaving the reaction from yesterday at the end, and that has the subtitles on. So right now, this is pretty much this analysis of the video.
Turn to senseless horror, so disembarked. They should fall.
As a ruler, my task is.
Got it. So that kid right there, turned into that man, that ruler.
As a ruler, my task is to keep order and protect my country. But I don't deprive you of your freedom. The world is open for me, and I want to give it to you.
Can we balance all that of your regret? Our future, is it possible to say? So when all the crazy neighbors falling, we decide to stop the draining. We decide to follow them out. We are making
Only in the hearts of the strongest. You must be strong to accept freedom and bring it to the world. United, we will enter every city, every house. We will lead everyone who is ready to start a new life. Anyone who resists will not find a place next to us. War is the way to unite people.
Learn to share again. Learn to share again.
Hold up, real quick, y'all. I just gotta plug in my charger for the laptop die. Okay, we're good. War. Yeah, the kid. I don't know what shaped him out to be that way, but he turned into what seems to be a very wicked ruler. A very narcissistic ruler who just thinks that war is going to be the way. To I don't know. And then the other kid seems to be grew up to be Dimash, who's a soldier.
We have passed the moment of dimension, wanting the peace. We have to step. Time is up. It's time to save the earth, the earth. Here is last chance. Can we
Wow. And then that girl's there. All three of them, and she's holding her kid. Okay, I see this. I see how deep this is. The storytelling, the video. I see.
balance all that you regret? Our future is impossible to see. So when all the crazy vipers
really showing you the different paths. When they were kids, you see that innocence, them playing. But then as they grow up, you see the different paths that would took. And man, look at what's happening now. Look at how it's affecting their lives. So all these people from different religions. I remember seeing in the comments before someone said that they're all people from different religions that what was it, that were part of different wars, was it? Let's see. Crazy how something even since a child could affect us so deep. Like look at what that one symbol did. He created a whole army out of it. Look at that. It forever is in his subconscious, but his intentions is just get it now more with the water too. Yeah, with the water. Okay, so all those are the dead of those that died in different wars and different religions. And Dimash, now that he's died, it's pretty much showing him being like some type of, what can I say, a spirit guide in a sense. And he's helping them. Okay. He's helping them cross over. I see what's going on. Okay. Understanding and a widespread promotion of a culture of tolerance, acceptance of others, and of living together peacefully would contribute significantly to reducing many economic, social, political, and environmental problems that weigh so heavily on a large part of humanity. So he's helping the lost cross over. That's what he ended up evolving into. That's what it looks like, right? And he's still wearing that symbol. That was really the big giveaway. But one thing I have to say, right, like, is, let me see something.
I wanted to make sure.
Let me see something real quick. So if we go back, which part of my life?
Time is up, it's time to save the earth. Do we have to stay? Time is up.
Okay, so I want to say this is after she was born, that little girl right there, which would be I want to say Dimash's daughter. So he doesn't make it back to her, but she does. Hold on.
Time to save the earth.
Because at first I was thinking, could that little girl be his daughter that died? But I don't think it was. I'm not sure. You know, it could be, but that's the only part I say I wish was just a little more clear for me. right now. But I don't want to say it is because they're in such like in the background. They're in such a safe place, like they're waiting for him, right? And she seems to be. Hold on. Wow. So it's like when you really sit here and you really get to the bottom of the message of just the video, though, right? Um, because in a second vid that I'm gonna combine with this will be a long video. I pretty much, I dive more into what I think about the lyrics. But as far as the video, when you really get the message of the video, it's like it goes to show, like at the end of the day, people are gonna make different choices in life. People change. But what's really true is that you follow your gut, your intuition, and you do what you know is right. They say a soldier does what he's told to do. A soldier does what he's told, but a warrior does what he knows is right. So in this case, Dimash was a warrior, and it looked like after he killed that guy for just causing so much chaos and so much destruction, and he was killed. It seems as if he evolved into something spiritually, a high rank spiritually, for his sacrifice, for doing the right thing, for passing his test. But it shows you how it still affected, it just affected all of them, right? But the role he played after that was helping, what seemed to be helping other people cross over from different religions that probably died due to wars in those religions, in those different religions, traditions, and things like that. So it's like the video. I could see why it could take so long to put all this together. It's a movie, right? It's literally a movie. It has a story to tell, and we're all living those stories. Obviously, maybe not to that extent or the same way, but we all have our own stories. We all connected to different people, and we may not see how it plays out or how our connection with them at a certain time in our life has, is still in their subconscious, which shaped them in a negative or positive way. Now we can't, because we're not seeing from their perspective or from an outside perspective looking in. You get what I'm saying? So it's like a perfect example is you could have been at McDonald's with someone as a kid, at the play place, right? And a situation may have occurred, and y'all were best friends, and that situation, say you guys got bullied, it could be the reason why as you get older, you help kids that are bullied, and your other friend could be the one doing become the bully, and you guys could cross paths and end up becoming, enemies. You could be someone who go to the jails or prisons and help reform people, and he could be the one in the prisons who ends up, oppressing people. That's how life. You get what I'm saying? That's how life is. So I love how Dimash how Dimash creativity was just is insane. And shout out to everybody that's part of the team that also helped with this. All you guys together became one with this and did an amazing job. With that being said, guys, the next video is coming up right now. Let's hop right into it. Dimash, the story of one sky. Okay, so that was a way to open it up right there. You got this kid who was just, he was drowning, he was drowning. And then he got his friends, I don't know if it's maybe his brother or his sister, they pull him out, they start doing CPR, and he makes it. He makes it. Whatever he might have seen when he was unconscious, got him smiling though. Little half, like it looked like a half smile a little bit, like he's like, wow.
Believe what's happening at all. Vipers crazy, we report to fall. We are the reason we're causing all that pain. To the secret one that gives us life. Billions of hearts, billions of cells and souls and dreams, billions of lives shouldn't ever turn to senseless horror, so tears and burn.
I gotta say this because, even though this may have nothing to do, with the storyline here, but for him to say just now in those lyrics,
hopes and dreams, billions of lives shouldn't ever,
billions of lives shouldn't ever turn to senseless horror. I mean, I just watched Jeffrey Dahmer last night, so it just, listening to those lyrics is like, yeah, I 1,000,000% agree.
Turn to senseless horror, so tears and blood, all for
As a ruler, my task is to keep order and protect my country. But I don't deprive you of your freedom. The world is open for me, and I want to give it to you.
Last chance is here. Can we balance all that of your regret? Our future, is it possible to say? So when all the words and nightmares falling, we decide to stop the draining. We decide to follow them out. We are
Love is
making
possible only in the hearts of the strongest. You must be strong to accept the freedom and bring it to the world. United, we will enter every city, every house. We will lead everyone who is ready to start a new life. Anyone who resists will not find a place next to us. War is the way to unite people.
Learn to share again. Learn to share again their love, not share.
The world needs to hear this type of music, and when I say the world, the everyday people of the world, right? The people who actually care, enough. The non-judgmental people, not the ones who just want to debate all the time. The people who actually want to come with an open mind. They need to hear this, and they need to find a way to just. At the end of the day, though, like I would say, they need to find a way to come together. But coming together is you putting out a certain vibration into the planet, because when you, for example, if you see somebody and you bump their shoulder, right, you could put them in a bad mood that could cause a ripple effect. The opposite thing could happen if you're kind to somebody. So when I say the people, everyday people need to hear this, is because a lot of people need to have that understanding that if you're doing righteous things, if your frequency's higher and you're putting that out there, that can cause a massive ripple effect, which that does change the world. Just you looking out for some kid, or the other day, or actually it was like, I want to say a couple weeks ago, an elderly gave me a $2 bill and said good luck, and that was a ripple effect right there. It made me want to do kind things, which could make someone else want to do kind things, which, you guys get what I'm saying? So it always does come back to the individual, right?
We have passed the moment of invention. What did the peace? Do we have to stay? Time is up. It's time to save the earth.
You see that comparison with life and death, though. As he finds that child, and that child is laying dead. A mother is giving birth, both screaming like it. And at the same time, this man who looks to be like from the biblical story with Jesus, that's what it looks like, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this part. At that point, that water to me is like representing the womb. It's something about that water. It's something about that water. To where when he dies, you see him in that water, and when that kid was close to death, you see him in that water. It's something about that primordial water that he's trying to tell us. Even with the baby being born, it's like when she's a baby, what's she in? She's in water, in that womb. So he definitely telling us something about that, and it's crazy because it's like then the sacrifice, he sacrificed himself because the baby the baby that was murdered is like, then you got this guy who it pretty much show psychopaths be running the show, causing all these wars and all that, and we can't be scared to stand up to them, in order to get that peace and knock out all that hatred, that war, just psychopaths at the top, it's horrible. Look like Dimash leading the people to the promised land right here. Dialogue, understanding, and the widespread promotion of a culture of tolerance, acceptance of others, and of living together peacefully would contribute significantly to reducing many economic, social, political, and environmental problems that weigh so heavily on a large part of humanity. Agreed. Well, I'll tell you this much from what I take from it. Who Dimash was playing in this video, you know, the military person, he definitely passed his test because he chose, even though he knew he was gonna die, he chose to kill that guy that caused all that, and you know, instead of just instead of he could have let it just turn him evil, you know, or he could have let it he could have went down a whole nother path, you know, but he sacrificed himself for what he knew was right, even though he may not have been perfect, but he was a victim of his circumstances. You get what I'm saying? Of his situation, thinking he was fighting for whatever he thought was right. You know, it reminds me a little bit of the Jeffrey Dahmer story at the end, where this man that was in prison for murder, he ended up killing Jeffrey Dahmer, right? And he ended up murdering Jeffrey Dahmer. You know, for after he read about the 17 people that Jeffrey Dahmer brutally, I mean, like cannibalized and cooked and drugged. I mean, just sick stuff, right? And he ended up killing Jeffrey Dahmer, and I seen he wrote books where basically it seems like he's explaining what how it always felt like he was in a cell in a sense, and that can be compared to this, right? Because Dimash, the person he was playing in the military, in a way that's a prison. You know, you're pretty much being forced to do something. You take these oaths and, you know, all these things to fight for something that you know, you think you're doing the right thing, but really it's psychopaths at the top that's just waging war for greed or whatever purpose they have, you know, whatever their agenda is. And then you see you're out there in a field and you're seeing what's happening. You're seeing innocence get destroyed, right? What I would like for y'all to explain to me though is what was the significance of that necklace right there with that looked like the 4 on it. It seemed like the one guy was squeezing it that got murdered, and then right here that could be the same necklace, and then there was a I'm pretty sure there was a child wearing it if I'm not mistaken. The baby was. So yeah, definitely explain that to me, guys. But this was Dimash didn't hold back on this one. The vocals, y'all already know. Y'all already know his vocals. His vocals was just out this world as usual. Man, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Shout out to all the dares. Original video will be in the description. And yeah, I want to hear from y'all now. Let me know. Much love, everybody.